And today I want to talk about something that I find very concerning. I did not know about this, and let me know down below if you are aware. But apparently in 2021, there was a federal law passed that is going to require new passenger vehicles to include, and I'm going to read this, advanced passive anti-impaired driving technology by the 26-27 anti-impaired or 2027 time frame. Sorry. So we're there, y'all. It's 2026. So if you plan on buying a 2026 vehicle, you will probably be buying a car that can be remotely shut down. Now, there's some controversy about this. So the purpose is to detect drunk or impaired driving, which, for drunk driving, it's anything above 0.08 blood alcohol content, using sensors, cameras, or AI behavior, there's your clue, monitoring to stop a car from starting. Now, what it does, this system prevents or limits vehicle operation rather than abruptly shutting down a car on the highway. Timeline. The 2021 Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act gave regulators 5 years to finalize the rules, with 2026 models originally targeted for implementation. Okay, so here's the current status. As of early 2026, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, remember that, the NHTSA, is still finalizing these rules, as initial studies found that existing technology still faces technical challenges, which it does. Some of these Teslas that have the receding door handles, if there's a crash, there's been reports of the door handles not coming back out so that the passengers can get out of a vehicle. And there have been reports of people dying in these vehicles, burning up because they can't get out. I've heard horror stories of the vehicle just shutting off in the middle of the highway and the doors locking and nobody can get out. Nobody can get in to help them. It's one of the scariest things, I think. I can't imagine being stuck in a burning car. The controversy. Critics express concerns about privacy, government overreach, and potential failures or false positives that could strand drivers. There's the concern. Now, AI is what bothers me, the AI part, because you have all of these AI programs that they have already told us are causing issues. They're not wanting to shut down when they're being told to shut down. They're overriding the developers, I guess is who you could call them. Their commands are overriding, and they're just kind of doing what they want to do. So even though this is supposed to be for impaired driving, it's going to be in all of the vehicles. I could understand maybe putting a device on a vehicle of someone who has a history of drug use or drinking or, DUI charges on them. I could see that being installed on one of their vehicles. Or any vehicle that they drive. But the rest of us, why would they want to do that? Guys, I'm holding my phone at a funny angle because I don't want to advertise where I work, and there's a sign that's just to the left of me that has where I work on it. So that's why it's at a funny angle. But anyway, so let's see. Did I read this? I'm going to read it again if I did. While framed as anti-drunk driving technology, the passive monitoring requirement means AI may analyze driving behavior, such as swerving or speed, to determine impairment, not just breath or touch-based sensors. So for someone like me, y'all, I will hard brake for a squirrel, and I will sit there and go, run, squirrel, run. I'm going to brake for, it's just instinct to me to dodge an animal. It's instinct for me to try to protect my car, to swerve to miss a deep pothole, which, if you've ever been to Florida, they're everywhere. So what is to say that this AI won't be your judge, jury, and executioner, and just shut your car off? You know, here in Tallahassee, we have the thing called Capitol Circle. It is a 6-lane highway, 3 going one way, 3 going the other. People drive like crazy on it, run up on your bumper. They weave in and out real close to you, nearly taking out your bumper. Can you imagine your car just shutting off in the middle of a highway like that? Or let's say the circle over in Dothan, Alabama, they have a circle that is busy as well. Or God forbid the interstate where people do 80, 85, 90, 95 miles an hour and your car just suddenly stops. Let's see, there was something else that I wanted to bring up. This is on the Kelley Blue Book website. And this article is called Explaining the Car Kill Switch Controversy. So apparently the House Republicans tried to rescind a part of this law last week. Let's see if I can find out when this... Okay, so this was back in January. So the date of this article is January 26th of 2026. So this was back towards the beginning of the year. House Republicans failed in an effort to rescind part of a 2020 law that would require anti-drunken driving technology in future cars. Critics have called the measure a kill switch and implied that it would let the government remotely deactivate cars, but there is no such requirement in the law. So they're able to do it. And here they're just saying that it's known as the Halt Drunk Driving Act and was passed as part of the 2020 Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. So this was put in Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. They put this in there. It passed both the Senate and House that year with the support of all Democrats and 19 Republicans in the former, and 200 Democrats and 13 Republicans in the latter. So my concern with it is that AI being in control of it. AI could, it's not perfect. It's gonna mess up. Pardon me, y'all. The pollen here is crazy. I woke up with my eyes all gooky and they were red this morning, and it's allergies. Social media rumors began circulating in recent weeks, fixated on the term kill switch. Rumors suggest the measure would give the government the ability to deactivate cars remotely. That prompted some House members to attempt to repeal the Halt Drunk Driving Act last week, but the effort failed. Now, I honestly think, if you guys have never heard of the BEAST system, I think that this is part of the BEAST system, which is, a lot of people believe that the Antichrist, that's how he's going to rule. It's going to be the only way that he could really have everybody under his control. And honestly, guys, if AI is going to be running this thing, who knows what it could do. And I wouldn't want it on my car, on my child's car when we're driving or on a trip or going anywhere. I live 2 miles down the road. I wouldn't want this to happen to me in the 2 miles between home and work. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, let's see what else they have to say about this. Politicians have adopted that claim. Representative Keith Self from Republican in Texas posted on X that the measure would ensure the government can shut off your car whenever it wants. And that I believe. And I think that it's too late now. It was stuck into a bill in 2021 that I never heard about. I don't think any of you guys heard about back then. And it was passed. And so now we're going to play hell trying to get this thing rescinded. I think it's here to stay, but just be aware, like I said, I could see it if somebody had been, had charges of DUI and stuff, but not on every single car. Why should the rest of us be punished, and have our privacy invaded. Because if you think about it, your car is a computer. You know, there's cameras everywhere. What else is this system going to be able to do? Of course, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving group want it, and that's understandable. Let's see if anything else. I don't see anything else on it. Let's go back. Automobile kill switches are coming soon to dealerships. Oh, you know what? Let's look this up. Let's say I'm using AI actually to ask this question. Let's see, what model vehicles will have the kill switch? Let's just see what AI has to say about this. Using AI to find out about AI. So based on the U.S. Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act of 2021, I've already read that. It just brought up the same thing. All new cars will soon be mandated to have a kill switch. So there you go. Doesn't matter what model. Doesn't have to be a Tesla. It can be a Mitsubishi Outlander like what I have. So there you go, y'all. That's some scary stuff. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this to you today. If I have, if I'm able to figure out how to do it, I will put the hyperlinks in the description for this video for you to go. If not, the article I read is on Blue Book, Kelly Blue Book. Let me give you the title of that article again. Oh, come on. Sorry, y'all. I thought I had it still here. Apparently not. Anyway, it is on Kelly Blue Book. You can look it up on there. And I will hyperlink these in the description if I can figure out how to do it. I'm still new to this. Alright, y'all. I've got to get back to work, and I will see you guys on the next one. I'm going to try to post a video a day for the next 15 days. So if there's something that you want me to cover or talk about, leave it in the description, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.